Okay, so this is TwoSum, and the problem is, given an array of integers, return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. You may assume each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. So the example is for if you're given 2, 7, 11, and 15 with a target of 9, you're going to have to reply with the index of 0 and the index of 1 because in this array at the index nums 0 and nums 1 both add up to the target 9. So you're returning 0 and 1. So the way to do this in one pass is to use a hash map. And so you can just store in the hash map the key that you're looking for a specific target. So for example, let's just make our hash map with two integers. It's a new hash map. So there's going to be a key and a value. The key is going to be what we need to hit the target. So first we're going to say, is this key in there already? If not, we're going to store it and we'll say like, okay, this is what we're looking for to hit the target. So for instance, well, let's just make it. Let's just start going through a way. So let's run through. What we're going to do is we're going to take this nums array and we're just going to look through it one by one. And if it's not in the hash map, if the hash map doesn't have the key, we're going to store it in there and keep moving on. So for int I equals 0, I is going to be less than nums I plus plus. So now we're going to say, okay, we have our value. So we have first we have 2. We're going to check the hash map to see if it has the key to meet our target. Does this hash map have a key of 7? So we're going to say if that hash map that we made up here contains a key of nums I, that's the first one. What are we going to do? We're going to, this is our answer. We found our key. We're going to return a new array that has the values of the key and this, the value and the specific index. So we're going to get nums I and I. Else. So if our key isn't found, we're going to enter into the hash map the key we are looking for and the current index that we are on. Okay. So we're going to put target minus nums I and I. For example, number 2, we are putting it's 9 minus 2 is our key. Value is the index. And if we get through this and we don't find our answer, we're going to return a -1 because an index is not a -1 because it's usually a positive number because you're counting from 0 to 1. So we're just going to do -1, -1. And we probably won't get down here because there's always going to be a correct answer, but we're not going to be able to compile unless we return what we say we're going to return. Okay. So this code will run and it'll work. But let's just go through it before we make an optimization. Right here, this isn't going to immediately respond at number 2 because we're going to have to find the key. So we're going to return here, for instance, 0 and 1. But if we just take our first value that's in 0 and we can just immediately put it in the hash map, we don't have to go through number 2. We already have it in there. So we could just start off with 0, target minus nums 0, and we could just put our index as 0 because we're starting at 0, and then we could start here at 1. And that should work. And that should be it. So hopefully that's clear. We're just taking 2 here, we're putting it into our hash map. And 2 would be 9 minus 2, which would be 7 is our key, and our value is the current index, which is 0. If it has this key, which would be 7 at this point, then we would return it immediately. So hopefully that should help. And yeah, if there's a problem you would like me to go over, just leave it in the comments and I'm happy to do it. Thanks. Bye.